All right. Shalom, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Before I get started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Hakodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who lead, teach, and rule well. Love and honors my fellow Akim, pushing the word in true faith and sincerity across the four corners. Shalom, peace, and blessings to the sincere listeners who listen and subscribe to the men and doctrine of Great Millstone. This is the brother Yadab from GMS Atlanta Church coming with another lesson through the Spirit. It's going to be on this article here from AJC, which is Atlanta Journal, Atlanta Journal Constitution, which is an Atlanta publication. And it's going into this topic that is the headline here says, Georgia at high risk of militia threat around elections, new report says. Because Edom, Esau, these Edomites, or the so-called white race, they see and they feel their kingdom falling, man. And in the same way that Yahweh Yahushua has put the elites, or the top echelon of Edom, Esau in a trick bag, and made their counsel and their plans a snare unto them. Of course, their followers, the lower level Edomites, they're also in a trick bag, and they don't know what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, even though they see and they feel their kingdom falling, they have no idea that it's a spiritual takeover, man. You know what I'm saying? That really what's happening is Yahweh Yahushua, through the spirit and power of his word and his prophecies, is decimating this kingdom each and every day, you see, and they can't, nor were they made to understand that. But going into this article, it says, Georgia at high risk of militia threat around elections, new report says, as it reads, a new report by a group that typically monitors political violence abroad named Georgia as one of 5 high-risk states for far-right militia activity around the November election. And I'm not going to read the entire article. I'm going to read parts of it. The report, co-authored by the Armed Conflict Location of Event Data Project and Atlanta-based Militia Watch, warned that armed extremist groups pose a serious threat to the safety and security of American voters. The report cites election concerns, fear of a left-wing coup, and anti-coronavirus lockdown sentiments as driver of militia activity leading up to election. Along with Georgia, the report lists Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Oregon as states at the high risk for militia activity, although researchers said they did not have specific inside information on what such groups might be planning or precisely where such activity could take place. See, so like I said, in a similar fashion in which Yahweh Yahushua has put the elites of Edom, Esau, the so-called white race, in a spiritual trick bag, he's done the same thing to the average everyday peon, in which they've been bombarded with so many messages, going back to their childhood and even their families going back to before they even born, on, the supremacy of Americanism, you know what I'm saying? And also the concept of white supremacy, in which they truly believe that they are the superior race, when in all actuality they are the basis of men. But because through the baseness of their just nature and the fact that the earth's been given into their hands to rule for a short period of time, of course their kingdom is slipping. But they're gonna do what they do best, man, which is move forward in their blessing, which their blessing is the sword. Okay, going back into the book of Genesis, and when they lose all hope and they lose all faith, they're going to just rely on what they know and do best, which is to wave that sword, you see. But like I said, I'm not going to read the entire article. So I'll read this paragraph. Hampton Stall, founder of the blog Militia Watch, said he does not necessarily believe that militias have grown in size during the pandemic and the run-up to the election, but he said their rhetoric has become more aggravated, more energized, and centered on the political fortunes of President Donald Trump. And that's one thing too, man, whether Trump wins or loses, we don't really care, but whether Trump wins or loses, he's hinted, play with the idea of him never leaving office, in which, a great number of these American Edomites believe in Donald Trump so strongly that they may very well hit the streets in the event that he loses, or serve as a counterforce to social unrest or protests from the so-called left, the Democratic Party, man. They might very well just come out as a counter force to the Democrats or the left wing. The report touched on militia groups like the Three Percenters and Oath Keepers, but also brawlers like the Proud Boys and loose movements like the Boogaloo Boys, which advocate for civil war. See, so you have actual militia groups out here that are advocating for civil war. You see, like this is the state in which America has come to, man, at the cusp of civil war. In recent months, more members of such groups have come out to counter Black Lives Matter street protests, which Stahl said has created networking opportunities. See, so yes, these things are happening on and in the earth, but it's all at the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai Shai. So the Black Lives Matter protester movement has helped fuel Edomite militia groups, in which once they are more unleashed more and seen more in the streets, and their time is coming, that's going to do what? That's going to fuel more Black Lives Matters and in the sort type of protests and protesters. So America's just really a powder keg, man, ready to pop. Okay, continuing on. It has become very normal for militias to show up at protests, he said. That's a really powerful effect of this summer. See, so this summer has been a particularly powered summer, and we've been speaking on this, the fact that the presidential election is right around the corner. It's a midterm election. You got people really going hard for Trump. And then you got people who are just really going hard for as an anti-Trumper. You see, you had the coronavirus pandemic. A lot of jobs were lost. A lot of people are on unemployment. So this has been a very intense summer, man. And really the whole year has been a very intense year. You see. So I'm going to do is I'm going to read these last two paragraphs, and just for the essence of time, I'm going to get the scripture and close it out. It says, this summer, armed groups have shown up to protest across the nation. In Kenosha, Wisconsin, a 17-year-old was arrested in August for allegedly killing two protesters and wounding another. So you have a 17-year-old that's got two bodies, man, and two in the possible. Later that same month in Portland, Oregon, a man associated with a right-wing group was shot and killed by leftist protesters. So you have the left, or so-called liberals popping people on the right, or so-called conservatives. You see what I'm saying? This America's a powder keg, man. This month, police arrested 13 men in a militia-led plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who has angered some on the far right with her approach to the pandemic and criticism of Trump. So you had 13 militiamen plotting to kidnap the governor, man. You know what I'm saying? Which I saw that in the news, but it's coming back to light now. And I didn't know that it was 13 of them, but that's very serious, man. Those are, so-called treasonous activities, man. Even if you don't agree with, someone in political office, they're still in political office. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to finish out here. In Georgia, far-right militias staged a demonstration in August in the city of Stone Mountain, where they fought and shouted at left-wing counter-protesters for hours before police intervened. That demonstration was an was in answer to a pop-up protest by an all-black militia that marched on Stone Mountain Park in July. See, so like I said, the social climate of America is very, very hot, okay, because of the political climate in which each side, whether it be left or right or liberal or conservative, is gonna help feed the other side. Just off of the Most High has and is bringing a spirit of division in America, in which that division is actually fueling and powering up both sides. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna read the rest of the article, but of course I'm gonna grab a few precepts to close out. Because these Edomites really believe that their gift of the sword is gonna outweigh the gift of the spirit that we have access to, being biblical, and spiritual Israelites. You see, Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. See that? Even going into this image right here with, these Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, there may be some Israelites spread in the midst, but, generally speaking, man, those who move like this are going to be Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking. I'll read that again. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. See, these Edomites are not going to be able to hide themselves, man. Okay? Because Yahweh Shai is in the process of making them bare. You see, making it to where they have no prosperity. They have no world status as a superior race anymore, man. People are laughing at these American devils, man. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. See? So his seed, these Edomites are getting ready to be spoiled, man. Okay? At a very, very high level, at a very high clip. You see, to the point in which, as is written in the book of Obadiah, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be done away with. He's going to be obliterated, man, as a people, man. Micah. It's like I just remember where I wanted to close out. Yep. And I'm going to close out here in Micah, the 4th chapter, because, like I said, these Edomites really believe that they're going to rule forever, man. And, even though they see America going through a tumultuous time, they believe that it's going to rise back up. And that's not the case, okay? Micah 4:12. But they know not the thoughts of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Verse 13. Arrive and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. See, even going head to head with these Edomites. See, these Edomites, they got, guns and assault rifles, and this guy got a plethora of zip ties on his right shoulder, it looks like. And he's mounting up for war, man. Really, gathering his ammunition. Going further into the article, like I said, I'm not going to get it for essence of time. Lord willing, I'll remember to put it in the description so you can read it if you like. But there was one instance in which there was a politician that came, I believe it was in Georgia, but came to a certain area, came to his municipality or their municipality, and you had these militia groups come in the name of protecting that politician, man, and talking about we here with ammunition. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and get it because it's too good, man. It just proves the point. Like I said, this is a pretty lengthy article, so I didn't want to read the whole thing. But yeah, I do, if I can find it, would like to get this one situation because it was too good, man. It just goes, let me see. Here we go. Slacky, I just had to get this, Slacky. So here it says State Patrol GBI Ready, which GBI stands for Georgia Bureau of Investigation, I've come to learn. It says Georgia is home to approximately 20 private militia groups, some of which are more active than others. One group, the Georgia 3% Martyrs, which they go to show you that they mean business, man, showed up as private security for Republicans, Senator Kelly Loeffler and congressional candidate Marjorie Taylor Greene at a campaign event in Ringo last month. In a later interview, the group's leader told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that they were waiting for instructions from Trump and were stockpiling ammunition for a coming civil war. See that? So they showed up as private security for these politicians. You see what I'm saying? In which I'm presuming that they were they were Republican or conservative, so-called conservative politicians. I may be wrong, but like I said, I'm presuming that because earlier you had in this same article speaking about certain militia groups that were planning on kidnapping the governor, you know what I'm saying, who I believe was a Democrat or a liberal politician. So go show you they doing it all, man. They're here to protect in this instance, and they're there to take, man. You see what I'm saying? But the point is, like I said, the leader of that group, the Georgia 3% Martyrs, said that they were waiting for instructions from Trump of what to do. I don't know what they're expecting to get, but they're going to show you the mind of these Edomites. And we're stockpiling ammunition for a coming civil war. See that? Like, this is the time that we're in, man. We're in the times that these things actually will come to pass. You see? But the beautiful thing is, even though that they are, even though they are actively tapping into their spiritual blessing of the sword, we here in Israel, we're tapping into the spiritual blessing of the spirit in our connection to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? So I'm going to finish off. Micah 4:13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass. And they go into, our fighting strength. You know what I'm saying? A horn represents power and, your ability to, to take care of yourself, to defend yourself. And then making it iron, you're making it strong. And I will make thy hooves brass. So, you think about an animal kicking somebody. A lot of animals, they have kicking as a defense mechanism. See what I'm saying? So whether we kicking, punching, you know what I'm saying, headbutting, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Get creative with it. But it's going to make it, strengthen our ability to defend ourselves physically. Continuing on, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. See? So even though these Edomites are tapping into their spirit of the sword, we're tapping into our, it's like you're tapping into their blessing of the sword. We're tapping into our spiritual power source, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is going to strengthen us through spiritual means and manner. And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. See, so everything that they've gotten, while their elites have been in control and been power, it's going to all be consecrated, counted as a sacrifice. Okay, and ultimately it's going to end up back into the hands of who the earth and the world was created for, man. The Israelites, man. Okay, beginning with our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, and then trickling down to the governing body and the rest of the nation, man. Okay, so I'm going to end lesson off there. Lord willing, you edify. Once again, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Hakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who lead, teach, and rule well. Love and honor to my fellow occupational word in true faith and sincerity across the four corners. Until next time, Shalom.